Welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam and I'm outside, encouraging you to find a little bit of time, carve some time out to spend time outdoors enjoying the beautiful fall colors. There's just something about experiencing nature at this time of year that has a slightly different spin to it. And due to that, it has a different connection to us. A little bit more of it has to do with typically time spent outside this time of year on your evening stroll or your time with friends and family brings a little more nostalgia. All right. So people are gathering and choosing to spend time with each other outdoors, more so with family than with their peer group. Most of that is due to the act of maybe going to a farmer's market or enjoying a session to enjoy the bounty of a garden harvest or visiting more family at this time of year. But it's the fall colors. All right. So participating in nature, participating in some nature therapy is actually more to do with color therapy. That's right. So the fall colors do connect with us differently on an emotional yellow level. So the yellow, for example, typically in color therapy, yellow is associated with happiness. All right. So it's got that a nice, what we would consider a bright or joyful color. So that brings out optimism. All right. And typically when we start seeing and noticing the orange, that has more connection to creativity. All right. And that has a little bit more to do with enthusiasm. So those colors connect to us differently when we spend more time surrounded by the color orange. And then when we see, the colorful red, the bright red, typically associated with passion, all right, with strength and focus. And of course, when we spend time with with green, it's the color for hope and what we associate with growth and rebirth. All right, so we have different connections, especially when the entire landscape changes, and it's that act of noticing the change through mindfulness practices. And of course, spending time out in nature, exposed to color therapy and nature connection, being mindful, being aware of the difference in smells, because we've got a lot more leaf litter and a lot more, maybe even a little more moisture, although with the incredible dry season we've had, it's not so much the moisture, but it's the act of decomposition that's happening with the leaf litter. It just has a different smell, right? And when the breezes do pick up, it's just a cascade of falling leaf litter. And of course, our footsteps, a little bit different sounding, especially when the temperatures have been so dry. So we've got a different connection there as well. So the memories associated with this time of year, triggered by color and that emotion, and then the companies we're choosing to spend our outdoor travels and excursions with, typically more family, tend to bring up more moments of nostalgia. All right, so we're visiting those places and viewing those vistas, including sunsets, because the sun, at this time of year for me, it's the sunset I can enjoy around 7 o'clock, right? So typically associated a little bit closer to dinner time. So a walk after dinner, better for our digestion, better for our metabolism, and a great chance to get a little more red light therapy as the sun is hitting the horizon and offering us a different spectrum. And then there's the physical benefits of it as well. So getting outside, venturing a little bit more out of what our maybe typical neighborhood might be to access different forests to view those better colors, right? So we tend to find ourselves wandering a little more, and the outings tend to be a little more nature-based rather than activity-based, right? So it's more about not so much a destination, but for everything we're seeing along the way. So the intention and the feel and the effect of a fall outing for nature connection and observing nature at this time of year has a totally different effect on us physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And what the fall season actually does is it offers us an opportunity for reconnection. And as we prepare for winter, it gives us focus. It helps with goal setting. So people typically at this time of year also feel more comfortable going outside. And it has a little bit more to do on a subconscious level about how comfortable we feel with others when we're wearing loose clothing. When we're wearing more clothing, we're not so self-conscious. All right, we might not be the first thing that comes to mind when we're picking out our wardrobe, but because we are dressing in layers, as temperatures in the morning can be closer to freezing, and then they can get quite warm and dry in the afternoon. So layers don't make us feel as self-conscious than we were just a couple weeks or maybe a couple months ago when it was swimsuit season. So on many levels, fall is a much more comfortable time to spend with others, with family, outside in nature. So please, go see for yourself. Participate in a little bit of color therapy, a little bit of nature therapy, a little bit of mindfulness, and think about all the changes that have happened, that are happening, and that are going to keep happening, and how we're going to meet them. All right? Time to let go. The trees are doing it. All right? It's and they're healthier for it. They're stronger for it. And they're looking forward to starting anew. But first, they've got to let go of what is no longer needed, what is no longer necessary. So take some advice for some trees. All right? Learn to let go. Go outside. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Thanks for your time. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.